And we're live. So I wasn't going to do this, but I am. I'm going to do it super fast, super quick. It is motivating and helpful for me to actually sometimes just make myself do something and say I'm going to go live on YouTube and record it and cook. So we are making a couple of things. Was just going to do a pizza. It was going to be an easy night. But the baby boy asked about a goat melt. We could use the goat meat. That's like a pot roast kind of consistency to make a sandwich, like a melt. And I said that's an amazing idea, and I'm going to make that right now. So to go on the side, we're going to do a root vegetable quick veggie saute. So I just chopped up a parsnip, a carrot. I have a turnip. I'm halfway through chopping right now. Actually, let me move this. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let me just completely switch this around so then you can see. So this is just the Cutco chef's knife and the Cutco cutting board. So I've got the other half of this turnip. So what did I do before I came on here? I did peel the turnip, peel the carrot, peel the parsnip, peel the beets. I also halved and de-seeded the green pepper. So for the melt, we're going to do some green pepper and onion, and that's going to be sauteed. So you have grilled peppers and onions on the goat melt. And then the roasted veggie saute. Yeah, this is you can see the beautiful marbled color on. This is this beet is more of a pink-ish color. Yeah, and kind of like marbled. It's so pretty. And then I've got a regular red beet. And I'm going to do this in just some butter, salt, and pepper is my plan. The only thing I might do, I was thinking about, was to use some of that rendered goat fat that I have saved, because I do have that saved. And I don't know. I think I'm just going to do just really easy butter, salt, and pepper so that I want to save the goat fat and really ration that out. I don't know how else to say that. Okay, so these veggies are going to go in with some butter in a pan. Then I've got the other pan heating up too for the sliced peppers and onions. And we're both getting there. So butter going into both pans. And like I said, we're going to just saute the peppers and onions before I make it into a sandwich. And then it'll be a sandwich. Be a whole thing. So 2 tablespoons for that? 1 tablespoon for the other? Something along those lines. Vamos a ver. Something in there. Big chunk. Little chunk. All of those root vegetables go into one pan. And then we'll very, very quickly slice up the peppers and onions and throw those in the other pan. So for this, they might get a little bit purple because they've got the beet on here. But these peppers are going to go in with the butter. And I'm going to do a whole red onion. You could use any kind of onion. You could use mushrooms. You could use whatever. But I'm gonna use red. Yum. And then yeah, we've got some really, really yummy bread and some just Tillamook medium cheddar shredded to make the melt. That's the plan. So peppers go in with the butter. 1 green pepper. And then I'm going to give this purple onion a quick smash and slice. Get that in there with the pepper and the butter. Green pepper and butter. And like I said, just a very thin slice on the red onion. Again, just using the chef knife. I sharpened it. I gave it a quick sharpen before I started so that I know that it's not going to go anywhere on me. I should say, yeah, I'm also using the Cutco frying pan, saute pan. So peppers and onions in one. All the root vegetables in the other one. The beets are turning everything purple and pink. That's fine. I don't care. It's going to taste amazing. I have that on like a medium-high heat. I'm going to salt those now and then let those go. And then, yeah, same thing over here. Break up those onions just a little bit. Got a little bit more onion to go in there. That worked that around. Okay, so let's get into this other half of purple onion. And then this will go super fast. The only other thing I thought about was kind of like a braise on the root vegetables, since they're root vegetables, is I might put a little bit of the goat broth. Here I go back to the goat. I might put a little bit of the goat broth to season them and let them cook down and get super soft. Almost a bit. We'll see. Got the rest of the onion going in now. And I will salt everything. So 1 pepper, 1 onion. You could mess with whatever ratios you wanted to. And again, this is going to be for the melt. So just some pink Himalayan pink salt, pink Himalayan salt, however you want to say it, into both of those pans. And they smell like 2 very different things. So the peppers and onions are its own smell. And then these root vegetables working have a completely different smell. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Let those set. There goes, we're going to get all sorts of pink. And come over here. These are working nicely. Okay, so now we're going to get into the bread and the preparations for all of this. Keep that going. Yum. Okay. Just a touch more pink salt, and then I'm going to do some cracked black pepper in both. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Cracked black pepper. So yeah, I think I told you everything I did. Obviously, I pulled the meat before. I did just a tiny little bit of mise en place, but also not really. So I did peel the root vegetables. I did gut the inside of the pepper. Got some things together. So whole grain bread. This is a long fermented sourdough baked with San Luis Valley grown organic stone ground hard red wheat. Ingredients: organic hard red wheat flour, water, sourdough culture, which is just wheat and water, and then sea salt. Absolutely some of my favorite bread, period. And yeah, even just with, gosh, just some butter. You can see it's super dense. It's so freaking yummy. I can't even. It is a long fermented sourdough. Is that what it says? Yeah, a long fermented sourdough. And if you've never had a long fermented sourdough, I don't know that I had before I had this. It's just so good. It's not a quick sourdough, it's a long fermented sourdough, which is the kind that you want with all of the probiotics. It's health food. And if the butter is grass-fed butter, even better. Yum. Okay. So this bread is going to be the basis of these amazing melts. Give our root veggies a stir. Yum. Everything's turning just a beautiful pink color because of the beets. Cooking down super nicely. And then, yeah, these peppers and onions, we want to cook down even more. Keep those going. I cut really thick slices of the pepper, but I want it to be kind of chunky. It's going to be the chunk, maybe even more than the pulled meat. The goat meat is like very, very, very hot roast, very soft. The peppers are going to kind of be big and chunky. Okay. I'm going to taste these one more time. I don't think I am going to add broth. I think that these veggies are cooking just fine how they are. Okay. So the pulled goat. See, we got that. And we're going to assemble pulled goat, medium cheddar bread, and I'm going to put some veganese on. Again, veganese tastes so great. It's like Miracle Whip and mayonnaise, but better. When we have the peppers and onions, it's going to go fast. So I'm just going to work on this really fast and prep the outside of the bread. I want to use butter. You could use veganese, like a grilled cheese, but we're going to put veganese on the inside. I'm going to get 2 of these ready. So again, we're just prepping these while those peppers and onions cook. And it's going to be like a melt, right? So we're going to use some cheese so that it is melty. The meat. And then I've got these peppers and onions. Oh, gosh. It's going to be good. I was thinking about some hot mustard. I have a habanero honey hot mustard. Let's see. I think I do want to use just a little bit of this on the one side so that both sides of the butter have flavor. I mean, both sides of the bread on the inside. And it will just add a little bit more of a flavor punch. So it's habanero honey mustard, pepper sauce and condiment, Melinda's. It's pretty good. I've used it in some things. It's nice. I usually just do my own honey mustard, like honey and mustard. Done. Honey mustard. Brown, just basic stone ground mustard and honey. Or with Dijon. But I also like using like a stone ground spicy mustard and doing like a spicy honey mustard. That's totally my jam. The baby requested no arugula. I may still put arugula on mine because I do think I want the bite, but it's super, super bitter, super, super spicy arugula. And you can see it's farm fresh because it's got the flowers. That's special. I think I'm going to put some of that on mine. And he said that's a no for him. But we're going to layer these. So I'm going to put some cheese down on one side. How am I going to do this? How do I want to do this? Cheese, meat, veggie. Hadn't really thought about my assembly order. I think I'm going to do maybe just a little bit of cheese on both sides. Maybe we do that. I like that actually. Let's go there. Because it's just shredded, so I can do a little bit of a light shred on one side and some light shred on the other. You could also switch up and do two kinds of cheese if you wanted to be extra on your melt. But yeah, we're just going to arrange this so that it's a little bit on both sides. And those peppers, I'm going to give a quick stir to again. They can still be working on their side. And then we're still working on the assembly over here. And then those root vegetables are still going. Vamos a ver. Sí, puede ser. Ooh! So the roasted root vegetables are doing a roasting thing on the bottom. Not even in the oven, but just like right here. And it's like they're in a 400-degree oven. They're turning out beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. My mouth is watering so hard right now. Okay, that's going to be just fine. Those are going to be great. And then, yum. And then these peppers and onions. Oh, yeah, they're done. We're good. We're there. Ooh, it's going to go quick now. So I want to deglaze this just a touch. And I'm going to do it with just a touch of ACV. So I put a touch of olive oil. So a touch of olive oil. Check. I'm going to give a touch of olive oil over here too. Just for funsies. So olive oil in both pans. Real quick. Got more of a little sizzle. The peppers and onions I wanted to get charred. I wanted to have like fajita style. That's what it is. It's fajita style. So I got the oil in there. Fire. So good. And I'm going to put a touch of ACV, apple cider vinegar, just to deglaze it slightly and give a little flavor boost. That's all you need. Ooh, didn't even need that. But that will just add a little different flavor profile to these and help deglaze and scrape up all those good bits that we want. And also get my pan ready because my pan's now going to go back to being ready for my sandwiches. So, peppers and onions come off. Pan goes back on. And actually, You know, I really should have done that a different way. Okay, let's do this. We're going to turn that down to medium. Turn that down slightly. Turn this down to a medium, and I'm going to start to put these peppers and onions on super fast. They're hot. And I want to get the sandwiches back on. So, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do some extra peppers on mine. And then some onions. And then this goat meat is going to go down, and then cheese on the other side and back in the pan. That's it. That's what we're doing. Building. It's so good. Okay, so the goat meat comes out. Bam. So that is a pulled goat meat situation happening. And we're going to build one and then be done. And then we'll do the second one really fast. Okay. Or maybe something like that. I think I've got them both done at once. Yeah. That's pulled goat. Check, check. A little bit more cheese on the other side. Oh my gosh, the goat meat tastes so good. That goat meat tastes absolutely freaking incredible. And then what do? Then you smash it. Okay, smash. Check, check. Just a little bit of butter on one side that's going to go down first. And then we go in the pan. 3, 2, 1 to get smashed. Back the other way. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, next one. Smash. This one's a little bit fatter. 1, 2, 3, boop. Okay. And then we take some butter and we're going to flip it back on its other side again. And we have 2 goat melts in the pan. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. Minimal loss. Gonna give it a little bit of pressure so we have more of like a panini melt situation feeling. We're gonna butter the top of the breads so that they're ready to flip. When we're ready to flip. And then we're just gonna let them sit there. I turned it down to medium. I may even turn it down even lower. This should almost be like residual cooking now. And then we do need to go back and check our root veggies. And then I think we're almost done. Oh my gosh. I might make one more sandwich because I don't know. But it's going to be good. The onions and the peppers are making it actually. And the little bit of ACV that you can taste in the peppers and onions, it makes it another level. Amazing. Yeah. We have peppers and onions. I'm going to do 2 more. So I should stir the vegetables first, though. Let's do that. That is a very good idea. And let's see, anything else? Oh my gosh, 24 minutes. Okay. Vamos a ver. Casi ya. Almost. These sauteed roasted root vegetables might end up being the star of the show as this stuff turns out, you know. Those are there. Oh, it's so hot and so good. We're going to flip our grilled cheeses or melts and see where we're at. Oh, perfect. Absolute freaking perfection. Literally. That turned out better than I even thought. Okay, so we're gonna try to flip the second one. Hope we don't mess this one up. Because the first one, whoo, goat meat fell out. Oopsie daisy. Okay, the second one has some melted cheese happening. We got it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It was a little bit stuck. Goat meat up. Onion out of the way. And then lay it right back down where it was. Mm-hmm. Yum. Okay. So here what we have is a little like it fell off tasting. Yep. Fell out of the pan, fell off the truck. So good. Okay. I think we're there. So I'm going to just press those down one more second. Got my melt spatula ready. And I'm going to prep these. Because it is that good. Legitimately. Okay. So like, again, as you know, you can use whatever you want. Mayonnaise, veganaise, butter. On the inside and the outside, actually. I've really had success with grilled cheeses melts anyway, that way, that you want to do it. But what I will say again, veganaise is so tasty, at least on the inside. I like to do, my favorite combo, I think, is veganaise on the inside, butter on the outside, if I had to. I am going to come back in with this honey mustard stuff because I think it will add a lot. I haven't even tasted the first batch, except for like a little piece that fell off, and it's really good. The tastings are delicious. That is for sure. So we'll see how everything else turns out. But as soon as this is done, we're done. It's dinner. And I am making a second batch so that just in case we need more, we want it for lunch tomorrow. I might just wake up and have this for breakfast. I'm just saying, like, yeah. So we're going to go super quick. Not as nice and neat. Maybe a little bit of extra cheese on the second batch. I don't know. Wasn't expecting this to all go this far. Great. Yeah, I needed to use this bag because this bag won't close correctly. And I just realized that all of their other bags close correctly, but this one was not. And I've never had this issue with their bags before, but it like literally just like is a dud, will not close. It's going to put it in another container. And I'm like, we'll just use this for the melts. We'll see. We got other cheese for later. Okay. So cheese is on. We got cheese on both sides. And our mushrooms and onions, we can handle a little bit more because they're cooled off just slightly. So I'm going to really stack these with peppers and onions because it's the last of the batch that I made. If I don't eat them all first. It's the vinegar at the end, honestly. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Just that touch of vinegar made it so tasty. You could do this without meat. I'm just saying, a pepper and onion melt. I'm just going to leave these and eat these because this is so good. And it's really hitting my fancy. And these sandwiches have plenty, right? Where's that goat meat? There we go. There's one chunk right there. Got right here. Yeah, so again, this pulled goat meat is just going to melt. You just push it apart just slightly if it's not already falling all over. Yum. Okay. What a great use of goat meat to just use a little bit too, right? Like I'm stretching it. You could do this with a bunch more goat meat on there, but we are trying to savor every last bit of goat meat in every single recipe dish. It's too good. It's so delicious. It's so yummy. It's such a treat. It's such a blessing to be able to enjoy food like this, and have it feed, yeah, body, mind, and soul. All of it. It's a lucky thing. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 1 is flipped. Check, check. 3, 2, 1. 2 is flipped. That means I think we're ready to take these off and switch them out. Oh, perfect timing. Just right. Don't know how that works out this way. I do not even believe that it will work out this way sometimes, and it does. Oh! Thank you, Jesus. Double stack. Wowie, sowie. Okay. So second round, round 2. I've got our pan on a heat that we know that works. These just cooked up absolutely freaking perfectly. Do you see that? Come on. Come on. I didn't even sacrifice any of them. I didn't want to, so I'm glad this worked out. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do it again. One more time. Melt is going to go in. Got buttering on one side of the bread. And I've got, yeah, this worked out perfectly. I've got these 2 ready to go. And then once I put them in the pan, I will very quickly butter the other side of the bread so that when we're ready to flip, they're ready to go. I'm really going to pick this up. Butter side goes down. Give it a little press. The goat meat is like, it did turn out a little bit sweet, I think, because I did so much brown sugar and then dry rub. It's so good. It's like a candied bacon almost, but goat. That's all I can say. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll just butter the other side of the bread, flip them when they're ready, eat. That's it. Buen provecho, buen provecho. If you want to see what a plate looks like, I try to upload a plate sometimes of what we're eating, even if I don't do a cooking video. Gosh, I'm just eating while I'm talking. This is so good. So if you want to see what a plate looks like, you can check that out. Love yourself to revolution. Bye, guys.